That's next.
He ripped Colt McCoy's helmet.
God. Are we about to get to Aaron Rodgers? Here we go. Just stepped on. Just gave him a little step there. That cost him, right? And then there was a Ryan Fitzpatrick play. Do you remember this, where he sort of kicked him in the head? I think it's maybe more than sort of. I think he just kicked him in the head. Ooh, he goes by him and kicked his helmet off. Ooh. And that cost him some more money. Okay, so he cost himself a lot of money, but he was seen as the biggest, baddest man in pro football. And if you had told me back in those days that
he would turn into this.
that a coach would say about him at some point in his career, he's teaching guys how to handle themselves, you would have been laughed out of town, right?
Absolutely.
It would have been straight Saturday Night Live skit,
like
right?
you're right.
Yeah, like right. He has become a leader of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. So I'm going to say it one more time. You cannot tell me this is not the Tom Brady effect, where Brady walked in, changed the whole culture. I kept telling you he's going to turn into Tampa Bay, the Patriot way in Tampa Bay. And Sue looked at Brady and said, so that's how he does it. I could do that. Because he's a good guy. I've been around him in my days at ESPN. He's a good man at heart. You can just tell by talking to him.
Skip, the thing is that when I did the podcast with him, the way he talks, he's soft-spoken.
Right.
But the way he plays, he's old school Deacon Jones, where they rip your head, anything goes. And when I'm like, I'm like, how did this, you talk like this and so even keel and so low-key, but then when you on the field, you trying to kill somebody.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
And so I'm like...
Mr. Hyde's scary.
Yes.
But Mr. Hyde has to learn anger management on a football field where there's a line you cannot cross. You got to swallow that. You just, at the end of the play, if it's over, you just got to swallow it and go to the next play and take your anger out on him across from you when they snap the football.
Right now, Skip, he don't even try to take the quarterback down. If you notice, he shoves all the quarterback. He said, because, you say I landed my body weight on him. He's like, I'm a big man. I mean, what you want me to do? You want me to fall down first and then pull him on top of me? No. So he just shoves everybody down. Well, Patrick Mahomes says it feels the same to me.
So if you'd told me 5 years ago that both Sue and Antonio Brown would win rings together on the same team, I would have laughed you off this set. But it happened because Tom Brady said, I want you, AB, and I want to play with Sue because I believe, because you don't think Tom knew from his Miami days just what a force Sue was? I want Sue on my side. And once they're on his side, they say, oh, that's how you do it. And we can win this way.
Well, you over there talking, you better worry about Sue and Vita Veda and JPP and Shaq Barrett. With your quarterback hadn't played one snap in 11 months.
I already wrote it off. I already told you I have chalked that up as one giant L. My team will be at your restaurant that night when their plane lands. They'll have to do a little detour to L.A., but they're going to have to come see you at your loser's restaurant and they're going to have to order L's because that's going to be a big old fat L.
David White, Levante David, Zeke.
Antonio Winfield in that backfield, he'll just be
Zeke,
off
how many times you think Zeke does this?
I don't think we'll see that at all. And by the way, I did forget to mention Zeke on Hard Knocks. He's taking happy pills. What's gotten him?
And he happy,
He's like giddy happy.
I ain't never been, Skip, I was having a good time with training camp, but I wasn't never all that happy all the time.
What did they put in those sunflower seeds? I want to get some of those.
But Sue, he looked, I mean, like I said, I don't know what he was like in Detroit. I don't know what he was like in Miami. He played well next to Aaron Donald and the Rams. Skip, remember they went to the Super Bowl, ended up losing to the Patriots. But I would have never thought leadership and Ndamukong Sue on a championship caliber team.
Antonio Brown has a ring. Tom Brady. Thank you very much.
But you got to be, AB, hopefully is a different player today than he was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Because he realized, you know what, I'm about to be up out the league. Because the NFL will move on without you.
He got his knee fixed. Brady got his knee fixed. Look out, NFL.
Okay, look out,
Yep.
NFL.
Well, possibly,
Prohibitive favorite.
possibly
They're not the
look out
prohibited
Yes,
thing.
they
No,
are.
they're not. No, they're not.
I
30
think the
cases
league
on it.
also needs to take note of this guy, CeeDee Lamb. Is he ready to take over and be the Cowboys' next elite?
That I was at ESPN at the time, actually in Bristol at the mothership, and we were getting ready to do a BCS college football show on Sunday night, and I was watching the Cowboy game just sitting in the research room, and Robert Smith, you know Robert,
Yeah.
ran to get me, and he said, you got to come look at what Tebow's doing. I said, he's at it? And he said, yeah, he's at it again. He's bringing him back.
Right.
The next week, he gets the job because I think John Elway, your man, and John Fox just said, let's get this over with. Let's give the people what they want and see what happens. They go to Miami and they fall behind 15-0
Yeah.
with 2:44 left in the game. And what does he do? On 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line, he hits Demarius with a touchdown pass that cuts it to 15-7. They recover an onside kick, and here he comes. 10 plays, 57 yards, and he throws it to the tight end Fells for a touchdown from the 3-yard line and runs it in off the ride and decide where he keeps it for the two-point conversion, and they go to overtime, and they sack Matt Moore, and he fumbles, and they get the ball back, and Prater wins the game.
Think about what you just said.
But think about the rally from 15-0 down with 2:44 left. It's the Tebow effect on the team. The team was losing. They were 1-4. They were dead in the water. And they said, this kid's a maniac.
If you don't mind me asking, you said what was the score? It was 15-0?
Yep.
What was the final score?
It was
18-15.
18-15.
So
Yeah.
the Miami Dolphins never scored again.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you
Okay.
that. Okay, now we go to Oakland, and Oakland has them down 17-7 and 24-14. And Tebow didn't throw it great. He threw it for only 124 yards. He ran it for 118 yards, and they kept coming back and coming back because he converted third down after third down with his legs, and they end up running away with it. They rushed for 299 yards in that game and won it 38-24 going away. Now they go to Kansas City, and it's your infamous 2 completion game. What happens late in that game is actually 6:52 left in the game. What happens? Tebow drops back on 3rd and 10. If we can see this play at Kansas City. 3rd and 10 from the 44, and here it is, bombs away. That's a pretty good spiral. It hits him right on the button, right on the money for the touchdown that wins the game 17-10. That's Tebow. That's playmaking. That's just clutch. I mean, you have to make one throw to win the game. Is that not a good throw? That's a great throw. I mean, you can't do much better than that. So now they're off to the races. So now come the Jets on Thursday night. And you know what happened? A 95-yard drive in 12 plays happens late in the game, and he converts a 3rd and 1 with the 7-yard run, and then it's 3rd and 4 at the Jets 20. And can we see what happened? 3rd and 4 at the Jets 20. And here's Tebow, and he's rolling, and he's rolling. He says, it's wide open. I am going all the way to the house. And he scores, and they win the game 17-13. Defense did hold at the end of the game, but that's playmaking. That's clutch playmaking. You can't argue. Like, I fought with everybody on ESPN. I fought with our man Chris Carter. I fought with Merrill Hodge. Name somebody. I fought with them, and they kept saying, he can't throw. He can't throw. And I'd say, yeah, but he completes all the passes he has to for them to win games, right?
But Skip, you're not going to win very many games when you have 2 completions.
Okay.
You're not going to win very many games.
He won 7 of 8 and won the division. Then they go to San Diego, and they get down 10-0 at San Diego. So the defense didn't stop them there. And all of a sudden, with 4:19 left, he throws 39-yard completion to Eric Decker, and then he hits that